Welcome to the Dynasty Dugout Show, a podcast covering all things minor league baseball. Get a front row seat to the action with everything you need to know about the future stars of Major League Baseball. And now, here's your host, Chris Clegg.
What is happening, everybody? Welcome into the show. Today is Friday. It's May 23rd. We are flying through the month of May. It's crazy, but here we are. We're almost 2 months into the minor league season at this point. We have strong samples on things, and we're here to break it down and talk some ball. As always, this episode is brought to you by Connect Roasters. Connect Roasters is Ian Happ's coffee company, and the coffee is delicious. Go check them out at connectroasters.com. Use the code DynastyDugout and get a bag of coffee, 2 bags of coffee, that is. Buy one, get one 50% off by using the code DynastyDugout or the link in the description. Also, we're proud to partner with Chinook Seedery. Chinook are the best sunflower seeds in the game, in my opinion. They have a wide variety of flavors. They are delicious. Go check them out. Get 10% off your order using the code DynastyDugout at chinookseedery.com. All right, time to dive in on the show. Yesterday's standout performers. It was an interesting day. There was not a lot of ultra dominant performances that were yeah, this guy absolutely blew the competition away. We had some multi-homer games. We had some decent pitching performances, but none that were whoa, this guy is popping off in a big way. So let's talk Kyle Teel from the get-go. Kyle Teel, 2 home run game yesterday. He has an 18-game hit streak going right now. So that's obviously pretty impressive that he's had an 18-game hit streak going. He has an on-base streak that goes back to April the 10th. That's 29 games. Very impressive. 2 home runs. He has 6 on the year now with 4 stolen bases. And he's showing pretty good skills behind the plate. Teel's thrown out 31% of runners. It's interesting there's this weird stigma that Kyle Teel's not a good catcher. That's not what I've seen with my own eyes ever, to be honest with you. He's always looked really good. He's put up good pop times. He's got good athleticism behind the plate. I think it's just a matter of time before we see Kyle Teel in Chicago and probably tandem catching with Edgar Quero. Right now, we have Edgar Quero and Matt Thaiss rotating. I think Thaiss is out soon, and we see Teel in that role with Quero, both probably getting everyday at-bats in some form or fashion. It's interesting because Teel's contact has taken a step back this year. It's a 77% end-zone contact rate and a 73% overall rate, and his chase rate's up pretty substantially to 27%. It's fascinating. I think Teel's being a little more aggressive. He's trying to do more damage early in counts, which is fine, but we're seeing the results are still there. Those numbers are a little bit inflated, though. Max EV of 112 is good. 9th percentile around 103.2 and an average EV just shy of 89. Those are average. So average power from Teel. I think that he's not going to be somebody that's a huge home run threat. I look at Kyle Teel and I see something like 15 home runs in the tank with good OBP. Teel's good. Call him Real Deal Teel. He's the real deal. He's a good catcher. And I think that we'll see him up very, very soon in Chicago. Another catcher that we keep waiting for to pop and get in the majors, that's Samuel Basallo. Guys, remember, Basallo is 20 years old. Yes, he is in AAA, so that obviously matters. But again, he is someone that is 20. He's in AAA. He obviously had a big 2 home run game yesterday, so that really stands out, and that matters. But I don't think Basallo's call to the majors is imminent. Maybe you think so because the Orioles lineup needs a jolt. And I agree. I put that in my write-up today where it's yes, this lineup desperately needs a jolt in it. We haven't seen that yet. Someone needs to step up. Is it going to be Basallo? I don't know. The good news is we have seen some improvements from Basallo in terms of his approach. The chase rate has gone down with Samuel Basallo, which is good. He's always had the power. He's got 70 grade power, no doubt about that. Homers left the bat at 107.2 and 108.6. Absurd. He has a 116 max EV this year, a 108.5 ninth percentile, and his barrel rate is at 25%. That is correct. That is an actual number. 55% hard hit rate, absurd exit velocities when Basallo puts the ball in the air. So that obviously stands out and matters a ton. Contacts average, I know the slash line looks really good, so people will say, oh, he's got such a good hit tool. I've seen 70s on the hit tool on social media. It's not. Like, that's not who Basallo is. Contact has never suggested that, or has the contact ever been that good? But that's okay. Basallo can have an average hit tool, in my opinion, and be very successful in the majors. He can swing it. The approach is the issue. He doesn't swing all that much on good pitches in the zone. I'd like to see that number increase. But the chase rate of 34% is a little high, but that has trended downwards. That is worth noting that Basallo is making better swing decisions, and we'll see if that pays off for him. But Basallo's an interesting bat. Obviously, when you have two catchers off the top doing some real damage, we had to talk about him, the 2 home run games from both of them. Other standouts at the plate, we had a Brennan Malone 3 home run game. Brennan Malone is a 24-year-old in the athletics organization. Brennan Malone, somebody I've liked a lot. Why? He's a South Carolina Gamecock. I am as well. So obviously got to root for this guy. He had 3 home runs and 3 RBI in the game, so all solo shots. He's interesting. He's older, but could he contribute in some way? Maybe. I still think Brennan Malone fits more of like a bench role for a major league team. So that is something interesting to watch. But Ariel Castro of the Twins is interesting. He was very hyped at one point. When he signed, he was supposed to be pretty good. This is a Twins left-handed outfielder that signed back in 2023 out of Cuba. Castro just turned 19 years old, and we haven't really seen any of it materialize yet, mostly due to strikeouts. So the Ks have killed him dating back to the DSL in 2023, 33% K rate. I saw Castro last year in the complex, and he's pretty fun. He still struck out 30% of the time, and he's striking out at a 37% rate at the complex this year. That doesn't negate the fact that Ariel Castro had a 2 home run game yesterday. He showed some really good things. He did not strike out, which is notable. That's something that we desperately need to see after the strikeouts that we've seen to this point. He's had multiple 3 strikeout games to this point. So Castro not striking out, pretty notable. It's a big, strong frame. Swings geared for raw power. He's decent in the field, though, but the hit tool is probably like a 20 to 30 right now. So Castro gets highlighted because he did some good things yesterday, but I also think word of caution, like how good's he going to be? Let's take a little pause there. Jonathon Long, Johnny Long, my boy, he is really swinging it well. He was good last year too, so don't let anything fool you. Long's been super good for a while now. He stood out in the AFL last year to me. He did some really good things. Long had 3 hits yesterday, including a home run. Yes, he did strike out twice, but you still, 3-hit game with a homer really stands out. He's striking out 26% of the time in AAA, but he's slashing 363, 425, 538 right now. Long, for the most part, has been swinging it really well. When you look under the hood, though, at Long's profile, it's fine. I mean, like, he hits the ball on the ground like a 40% rate. It's probably like average. His pull rate's like 37%. He uses the whole field pretty well. He doesn't pull the ball that much. It's a fine, like, contact chase profile. The Z-Con's 86%, which is good. Overall, 77%. You like to see that. The chase rate right now, 27.5%. So Long's doing some good things. He hits the ball fairly hard, too. His average EV's through the roof right now, for what it's worth, 94 miles an hour, 60% hard hit rate for Jonathon Long, and a 112 max EV. So you love to see those things when you're looking at Long's profile, and you say, okay, like, yeah, clearly this guy can swing it. He's got a 108 mile an hour 9th percentile, so really, really good numbers there. Is Long legit? Is he going to get a chance soon in the Cubs org? Maybe. The problem is the profile's pretty limiting. It's a first base only profile. He did get a lot of work at third base in the AFL, and he was fine. Like, I saw some good things, but also the Cubs are running him pretty exclusively at first base right now, which kind of tells you what you need to know. So Jonathon Long, really fun bat. How legit, we'll see. And another AAA guy that could make his debut soon is Ryan Ritter, who is continuing to swing it well in the Rockies organization. Ritter's a super athlete. I saw him in another one in the AFL last year. Very good athlete, good mover. He's got some juice, no doubt about that. He homered again last night, and the numbers look pretty good for Ryan Ritter. We have to take into account that he's in the PCL. That obviously matters a lot to inflate these stats. He's already blasted past his home run total. In 2023, Ritter did hit 24 homers. Last year, he hit 7 in 373 plate appearances. This year, already up to 9 in 196. Ritter is slashing 277, 404, 535. Is it legit? Well, the EVs look all right. It's 40% hard hit rate, decent barrel rate, 89% average EV. Okay, like some things that are good that you like to see. He does hit the ball on the ground a little bit too much, but he gets to the pull side pretty often, which is good. Contact, it's okay. Like, I think it's like an average, like, contact profile. The chase rate's pretty good at 25%. I don't know. I like Ryan Ritter, but I'm not, like, insanely in love with him. I think he's a fine prospect with a pretty bad hit tool. The inability to hit spin, that is a concern. If he can show that he can hit spin enough, then we might be looking at something here. But Ryan Ritter, again, 24-year-old Rockies prospect in AAA. Again, we can't be fooled by these PCL stats. You got to look a little deeper and see what's going on here. So Ryan Ritter's going to wrap up the hitter section. Let's jump to some pitchers right after the break. Back from the break, let's talk some pitchers. Who stood out the most yesterday on the pitching side? We had Griffin Herring of the Yankees dominate again. It's just boring at this point. He's a college arm out of the SEC in single A, and he's dominating. He had 10 strikeouts, no hits, and 2 walks in 6 innings. Herring is too good for single A hitters in the Florida State League. I get it. Hudson Valley's rotation is loaded. They can find a spot. One of those guys in Hudson Valley can bump to Somerset AA. There's no reason that they can't. So there's nothing to learn from Griffin Herring at this point. Like, he's just dominating. And the stuff is still a question. Like, how good will the stuff be? And I don't know. I mean, the fastball sits 90 to 91 right now. And it's not like outlier fastball. Yes, he gets like 7 feet of extension, which does help. But it's nothing that really kind of jumps off the page at you. He is throwing a changeup more. Herring did not throw a changeup much at LSU, but he's throwing that more often now, which is good. Has some good fade. And then there's a slider. It's a pretty good pitch as well. But Herring's an arm that's going to have to be crafty with his secondaries, because I just don't think the fastball is going to beat upper level hitters. And yes, it's easy to look at the numbers right now and say, yeah, like, this guy is a stud. Like, I already see it. Like, you remember last year when people were hyping Matt Wilkinson, the tugboat, and Sean Sullivan to no end. It's just kind of that same thing where it's like, okay, like, these guys, sure, they can beat lower level hitters. Herring is an SEC arm at 22 years old. Yes, of course he should be beating these guys in the Florida State League. In 44 innings, he has a 1.21 ERA. He's got a 33.3% strikeout rate and a 9% walk rate right now. Herring's missing bats. I just think the stuff's a little underwhelming. He keeps the ball on the ground. I'm not sure how many bats he will miss moving up. I would push back against people that are pushing Griffin Herring very, very high. I'm just not there yet on him, despite the results being very, very good. Another one that I am vouching for the results is Tyson Hardin of the Brewers. This is just continued domination. Hardin's too good for high A. Another SEC arm, Mississippi State reliever, turned starter. Hardin dominated again. 6 innings, 6 hits, 1 earned, no walks, 8 strikeouts, and 15 whiffs for Tyson Hardin. The performance just keeps dominating. And you look at the numbers and you look at what Hardin has done so far, and you can see why he's missing bats. That fastball's insane. It's like a 5.3 release height. It's a very flat vertical approach angle with good ride from the release. He sits mid-90s now, touches upper 90s, like 98. It's crazy stuff. He's not walked a batter in the last 4 starts. It's like a 70% strike rate right now with good swinging strike rates. Hardin also mixes in kind of a kitchen sink approach with the fastball. He's got a cutter. He's got a slider. He's got changeup as well. An exceptional command. 12th round pick. Great find by the Brewers. They are phenomenal at scouting and developing players. And Tyson Hardin's another example of that, where big win on their part. It's been encouraging to watch and see. Eury Perez made a rehab start. I think we have to talk about that. In AAA, he's getting close to the majors, coming back off TJ. 3 1/3, 3 hits, 2 earned, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts for Eury Perez. So obviously the walks weren't good. I think command will come and go. That's typically what happens with these TJ guys. So that's obviously important to remember. But I think you look at the bat missing stuff, and it was there. This Memphis Redbirds lineup is the Cardinals AAA. They got a lot of dudes in it. They've got a lot of guys that are like quad A guys that have major league experience and some good prospects as well. And Eury kind of dominated them. You look at the profile and you look at the results and what he had. He was throwing the fastball often 50% of the time. It averaged 97.6, which is good. Topped at 99. So the velo's back with Eury Perez. I think that's important to note. Through the slider and curveball, 16 and 20% of the time, respectively. Velocity on those is still down a bit, but that's okay. The movement profiles still look pretty good. That curveball is interesting. It's showing a different look than we're used to with more sweeping action, but it's really, really good. Eury missing bats with the four seems good. 7 whiffs on 12 swings, 58% whiff rate on the fastball, and 4 swings and misses on 6 swings, so 67% curveball whiff rate. That's very, very good as well. You look at the profile, I'm pretty excited about Eury coming back. You should be investing too. Remember, this kid's so young. Like, how old is Eury Perez? He debuted back in 2023. He just turned 22. So he debuted back as a 20-year-old, which is really, really young. So that's obviously of note. But Eury, really, really good stuff. I think that he's a couple starts away probably from being back. In Miami, if you can buy low, I do so. Really like what Eury Perez brings to the table. A couple other pitcher standouts before we get out of here. Daniel Eagen looked really good again. 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts for Eagen. Eagen continues to dominate in high A. Draftee last year out of Presbyterian College here in South Carolina. Eagen's got good stuff. I mean, it's a high release. It's kind of funky stuff, but it works. Eagen's got a good curveball that misses bats. The fastball, it's mid-90, like 94-ish. So it's decent stuff with Eagen. It's good IVB, but it is from a higher release height. Curveball's really the bread and butter. It's like a ton of depth, a little bit of horizontal on it. There's a gyro slider as well. But Eagen has been dominant all year. I think you need to know the name, potentially be in on him. And Noble Meyer will round out the show with. He had a much-needed good start. Meyer's been pretty bad. Like, you look at Noble Meyer, it's not been good this year so far. He has a 5.7 ERA, a 1.61 whip. He's walked 15% of batters, and this has been the major concern with Noble Meyer since he debuted, is the strike-throwing ability. Well, yesterday, Meyer went 4 innings. He allowed 2 hits, no earned, 1 walk, and he struck out 6. He did hit a batter, but the strike throwing was much better than we're used to, at least this year. He's got to get the strike rate up. He's got to show more consistent command. Meyer is tanking pretty quick, if we're being honest with you, and he's got to show some improvements really fast. This start was a good one to put him in the right direction. So that's going to do it. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back with you this weekend. Hope you enjoyed the show. Please subscribe and like on YouTube. I would appreciate it. Thank you for all your support and have a great day.